Greetings from the set of Metro and More at Metropolitan Community College, serving more than 50,000 students with over 120 programs at our 8 locations in the daytime, evening, weekends, or online. With me at the new Success Center here at MCC, Julie Ashley, Director of Tutoring and Academic Support, and Tiffany Johnson, the Learning and Tutoring Center Trainer. First of all, ladies, thanks for the opportunity to get a tour here and find out what you're doing on the second floor at the Success Center. Maybe just a little bit about each of your backgrounds professionally, where you came from and how you wound up in these positions. You want to start?
Sure. I'm an Omaha native. I lived outside of Omaha for 23 years and came back in 2012 and was glad not long after to start working at MCC, running the testing centers and also the learning and tutoring centers. Really excited with the opening of this new building to move into a slightly different role with the new Success Center activities, as well as continuing to direct academic support through the Learning and Tutoring Center and these new services.
So with the building, you've got a different kind
slightly different role. Yeah, absolutely.
Is it good?
It's wonderful.
Yeah,
yes, it's a dream.
Beautiful building. We're going to take a tour. So you spent how many years away from Omaha?
23 years.
23.
And
did you have any idea you'd work at MCC when you came back?
You know, I didn't. I always kind of thought an alternate life path would be that I would have, I always loved community colleges. And so I always thought in an alternate life I would have been an English teacher at MCC. And then as it happened, I came back and I was in a different area of education by then. I've done similar work in Chicago and in Phoenix. And so when this job opened up, it seemed right. So here I am.
Very good. Tiffany, tell us about your background.
I'm also a native too of Omaha. I started off here at Metro in 2009 as a student. Towards the end of obtaining my associate's degree, I was asked if I would love to tutor. Then I became a tutor, so I started off as a tutor helping other students. And then
as a student?
As a student,
yeah.
I was here tutoring, helping other students. Julie Ashley came aboard. There was a new position to become a tutoring supervisor, and I moved up.
Yeah.
So now I'm here.
So you finished college here
I finished my associate's here
in 2011.
2011.
Okay. Yeah.
I was done. I went off to Delview University and got my bachelor's, and now I'm in this fun master's degree program.
Oh, are you? Very good.
Am.
Where?
At Delview University.
At Delview. So this is a full-time job and the master's degree.
Yes.
By the way, these ladies are staring at me, and I imagine some of you are too. This is the result of some recent icers, and it was either show up and look like a raccoon or reschedule. So just in case you were wondering.
So you did.
Oh, we appreciate it.
So tell us about the Success Center. We're going to take a tour a little bit. What is the Success Center?
Well, the Success Center, first of all, it's a place. We use that name to designate the northern end of this space because we have a very large academic support space in the new building. But it's also a set of services. And basically, when the new building opened, we were empowered to try out some new services, to test out some things that we'd always thought were interesting. We'd like to see how it goes. And so we were allowed then to do it in the new building only. So it's sort of an experimental set of services that haven't really happened before at MCC that we're testing out here. So it's a little bit of a laboratory for academic support. And the segments of it that work well, we plan to roll out to the other campuses.
Relative to tutoring then, what is it any different here at the Success Center than previously here at Metro? Just same
I would
thing?
say having the space makes it different. Having windows, the environment, the feel for students makes it way more exciting. But the services is the same. We're still helping students.
Yeah, that kind of tutoring. There are other kinds of tutoring that are added as well that aren't happening in this space that are part of the Success Center effort. We are trying out some tutoring in classrooms, specifically in the Construction Education Center. That we have people from the Reading Center and the Math Center who are helping out in those classes, working with faculty and finding out where is it that students need some extra help with reading and math. We've always known those needs were there, but the adjacency to the Construction Education Center makes it easy for faculty and tutors to go into the classroom and really help out where help is needed.
So you end up, Tiffany, working here and elsewhere as a result. all day.
As needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she actually works at all of our campuses because she supervises the tutors
Oh, you are?
everywhere.
How
Yeah.
many tutors are there in
I want
the
to say
system?
14.
14.
14.
Yep, and that's not, we also have math center tutors and reading center tutors and writing center tutors. These are subject area tutors who work in natural sciences, social sciences, foreign languages, accounting, and business.
You mentioned, Ashley, maybe some experimental kinds of things going on with the advent of the new building, the
Yes.
new Success Center. What kinds of things are you trying?
One of the things is what I was mentioning, expanding our tutoring to be in the classroom as well as in this space, so that sometimes we're going to students, we know we can catch them there. Our students have very, very busy lives. There are people that have a lot on their plates, and so if we can take the support to them and make sure that we give them what we need that way, we'll do that. Another service.
So they come here and you go there. But
Yep.
how do you know where to go? I mean, do you go into a classroom and announce if anybody needs help, or what? How do you do
That's
that?
exactly what we do. We show up and we say, this is who we are. We are here to help you if you need the support. This is how you can reach us, and we'll also come to you as well if needed.
So I interrupted the experimental
No,
part of
that's
this.
important.
Yeah.
Another service that we haven't been able to offer at MCC before that we're excited about is called academic coaching.
Oh yeah, I want to ask about that.
Yeah.
You do that. and-
So that's a one-on-one. It's a one-on-one service to help students with the aspects of their academic performance that aren't covered really specifically anywhere else, but are so important. Tutors are really meant to help specifically with subject matter. Advisors help with knowing what classes to take for your major and what fits in your schedule and what to take in what order. Career Services helps you figure out what you want to do and what program best fits with that. But academic coaches are there to help you with the other aspects of academic performance that are so important and really make or break. Motivation, time management. Maybe you aren't really sure how to go about talking with faculty. Maybe you're having trouble juggling your responsibilities because you have a lot at home and you're not sure how to fit in taking care of your children and appeasing your husband's longing for a dinner and your mother wanting you to drive her to the doctor's appointment, and you have to do your work. So we help you sort those things out. We can sit down and work on a schedule with you. We can talk you through any issues. But whatever your issue is, a coach will sit down with you, talk it out, and you'll leave with an action plan for next steps. And if you'd like, then you can set up an ongoing relationship to meet with that coach.
A coach is not a tutor. A tutor is not a coach. I mean,
Nope.
that's not your role, right?
No, it's not the role, but like what Julie was saying, there's been a lot of people in the supportive roles kind of handling all of those issues.
Right.
And now that one person can, help the students in all of those areas with the goal setting or time management. So the tutors or the advisors are not being like counselors per se.
Right.
Sounds like a lot of coordination is necessary here.
It is. It is. It's exciting though, and the service is popular so far. People are discovering it, and the students that have discovered it are coming back for repeat appointments. We have faculty as well as staff who are trained in that service. We don't have specific staff that are full-time coaches. We have a number of staff people from our staff, and then some faculty members as well who have trained in that effort. So it's a collaboration, and that's really wonderful because then more faculty are likely to know about the service when there's faculty working in it. And helps drive students who need it to us.
Does that describe all the new efforts, the kind of things you're trying out?
The collaborative nature, or?
Well, you said that with the advent of the Success Center, you're trying some different things.
Yes.
One would be the coaching, right?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Do you want to talk about?
We also have the success workshops. Can we
Yes.
talk about that?
Yeah, definitely.
We'll talk about that. We'll
Okay.
take a tour in a second here.
Okay.
One question I had is, we're on the second floor. What happens on the first and third floors?
Okay. So the concept of the building is that the first floor is where the students are welcomed. If you're a first student, that should be your first point of contact with the college. You come in there, you're greeted, and then you're directed as needed. If you're a brand new student, they're probably going to set you up with an enrollment navigator whose job is to guide you through the entire process, getting from interest in the college to enrollment in the college. And so depending on where you are in that process, they may be directing you to financial aid, they may be directing you to career services, but they're going to follow up with you. You're going to be on their caseload. There's a person assigned to you from the minute you walk in that door if you're an interested student. Once you're enrolled, then the second floor is for you.
I see.
Yeah.
So, One question I have is, how do you get the word out that you're here to provide these services? You don't just depend on people stumbling in here.
Yeah.
Out of the blue.
It's an ongoing effort. We depend on the staff downstairs to help students know that. We depend on faculty. We also try to catch students when they come in to get a student ID, because we have that right up here. So that's been wonderful for us, that when students are just getting started downstairs, they are told to go get their student ID. And here we are.
Skills and academic support is the sum of the parts. This second floor is the Success Center. What did you say is on the third floor?
The third floor is primarily classrooms, but also our testing center is there. We do have a big, beautiful new testing center with 48 testing stations, state-of-the-art equipment.
Very good. Would you give us a little look, a tour?
Sure,
Okay.
absolutely.
Let's do that next. You're watching Metro and More. We'll be right back. This truly is a spectacular new building here on the Fort Omaha campus, one of 3 new buildings. We're on the second floor now, and this is what they call the Success Center. And Julie and Tiffany, let's have you describe what's going on here and what we have on this side of the building. There are 2 sides, and there's a middle section. First of all, what is all this here?
Well, this area is labeled the Success Center. In this area, students or staff can check out a laptop computer for use anywhere in the building. And then they can get a student ID, which is useful for many purposes as well. They can print. We have print kiosks over in the corner there, where you can print from the cloud, from a computer, from a flash drive, and so on. They can set up their computers, their personal computers, a computer they check out, or they can use our computers in this area. And sometimes they sit with faculty or other students and work in this area here.
So up the stairs, and you can check out a laptop.
Yes.
Right up the top of the stairs.
Exactly.
And are those copying machines over there?
No, those are laptop carts, and then we have the student IDs. So students come here to get an ID as well.
Okay, all right. And all of this area looks a little different, but it's basically all for the same purpose.
Basically, yes.
Students.
Everything is academic support. So this entire floor is, except for the classrooms, in the hallways, the open part of the floor is all about academic support. So anything that you need help with academically, once you're a student, once you're registered, you come up here and we can direct you to it if we can't provide it ourselves.
So how much of your work do you do here on the Success Center, second floor?
All of my work, I want to say, is
Do you?
here on this floor.
Yeah. So you'll sit with these students and...
Daily.
Yeah.
I sit with them. Yeah, I sit with students, and I also encourage faculty to come during their office hour time so they can be in our new space, our new area, and see what we're offering students too.
So faculty is invited to come counsel with or tutor students as well as yourself, or?
No, just to be in our area. Just to, as
Some
far
hold
as
their office hours,
Yeah, the office hours.
here. Yep, we'd like them to be visible because we want students to know that they can come and get help on their classwork, and the visibility of faculty is a really important part of that.
Okay. So in the middle here, separating the 2 sides, what do we have?
The Learning Commons.
The Learning Commons.
Call it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, there's a little presentation area where sometimes students work together, sometimes a tutor works with some students with a whiteboard and seating. We have 3 study rooms that are available for student groups to reserve. Sometimes also we have some combinations of staff and faculty, like academic coaching appointments.
Okay,
that happen there.
let's walk this way and take a look at some of what you just talked about here. Behind these sliding glass door, or this closed door here, this is one of the rooms you alluded to?
We reserve. Yep.
And for, a study room, okay.
It's a study room, and she's an academic coach. She's there waiting for a coaching appointment.
Very cool.
Yeah. Over here we have the Reading Center.
Okay.
The Reading Center is available to help students with any reading-related issue that they have. So it can be for one of our reading and learning strategies classes, or it can be a reading task for any class.
Now that's the room with the orange wall.
The orange. Yep, that's the Reading Center, and it is open Monday through Thursday, 11 to 4.
Usually if a student is using the reading center, there's somebody working with them?
Yes, yeah, there's an assistant in there. Yep, and it kind of ebbs and flows with when classes are in and out, of course.
Okay.
These are study rooms as well that are available by reservation.
Study rooms with the closed doors.
Yep, and the technology. We have these smart boards in there that students can actually write on with a marker, a special marker, or they can hook up their laptops to it. They can Skype
can we
from
go
it.
inside one?
Sure,
Okay.
absolutely. I don't have my.
I have mine.
Do you have your phone? Yeah, she's got the
I
the
don't
key
have a
card.
key, but
Because I don't have one with me.
so is this Success Center, is it usually packed, or does it vary in terms of?
It totally comes and goes. You know, it depends on need. We have had several student groups who have been working in this room regularly. It's also popular with faculty and staff to use for meetings. And as we move into online tutoring, which we're hoping to offer starting in winter quarter, we do plan to use one of these rooms for online tutoring as well, because the screen provides a lot of utility for that.
So you guys are two of how many people that are in this whole project area?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It depends how you define it. We're working with a couple of faculty members on the Success Center concept that includes academic coaching, and we're working with Sue Raftery, who's the Associate VP of Academic Affairs, on putting tutors in classrooms. So that's an effort. We're working with Reading Center faculty to do that. We collaborate with Writing Center and Math Center faculty, and then we have 7 or 8 staff of our own, maybe 10,
Yeah, I was gonna
counting
say 10.
part-timers, maybe over 10 staff of our own in this area as well.
Tiffany, can you turn the whiteboard on? I've never seen this work before.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll hold the door. Yeah. So
It's really, really cool.
what do? You use a
There's
stylus or
a
something?
lot of different ways. Yeah, there's a stylus in there.
The stylus in here that you can use.
Well,
Wow.
can
Yeah.
you fire it up or not?
I usually hook up my laptop. I don't know the other.
Oh, you can put your, okay. It's
Yeah.
just a
You can
big
hook up your
screen,
laptop.
basically. Oh,
There
you
we go.
So you want to do whiteboard.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Try it out.
I got to try this. How about that?
Excellent.
Better.
Center.
Very nice.
How about that?
Cool.
That is neat.
Yep, so you can use it with this function. You can use it as a computer in itself, or you can hook up a laptop to it. So students who are with their own laptops or who are borrowing our technology can come in here, learn how to use this, and use any of the functions of the board.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Let's go out here and take a look at what the rest of the floor here on the second floor. The whole thing is pretty amazing.
It is.
Yeah. What is students obviously have in short order figured out what this is for, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, we did have a lot of students when we were over in Building 10 when we had the Learning and Tutoring Center, and this is an expansion in a building off that. Just like we did in Building 10, there's 2 separate centers for discrete functions, because the 2 main things that students need help with, of course, are math and writing. And so the math department runs the math center. This is the beautiful new math center. And the English department runs the writing center, which is over there. And so students can come to both of those places for help with anything math related, anything writing related. And then we also have tutoring that happens in this space, as well as a tutoring center in Building 10, and Tiffany's in charge of the tutoring in our area.
Well,
So we kind of just really focus on all the other areas that the college is not supporting, such as math and reading. So we kind of help in different areas such as information technology, natural sciences, social sciences, really subject-based.
Any other subjects that aren't covered by Reading Center, Writing Center, or Math Center, we offer tutoring for if there's a demand.
back in the day, we used to come to the library to study. I
Right.
assume some of these students have a full schedule here at the fort, and in between times they come here and work. Or
Yes,
Yeah.
we certainly encourage that. They're welcome
Yeah.
to sit here as long as they need, and when they need help, they raise a hand or come look for somebody in blue, and
very cool.
we do our best to help.
It is the Success Center here on the second floor of this brand new building, and we'll be back with more on Metro and More right after this.
This has been a MetroVision production produced by Metropolitan Community College.
So, ladies, thanks for the tour.
Sure.
As we alluded to, it's an amazing building here. I was talking to you guys earlier. Back in the day, it reminds me of the old in between classrooms, come to the library and study kind of place.
Right.
But they didn't have the windows back in those days like this. This is a great atmosphere.
It is. It's been exciting to see the students discover it.
Yeah.
The new students, of course, for this to be their first vision of Metro is tremendously exciting. And returning students, when we first opened here, we'd see them come up the stairs and look around and wonder. Honestly, that's the way I feel some days coming to work too.
We've talked about a lot of different services. I don't think we've mentioned the success workshops, have we?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So success workshops are offered on a variety of topics. We have workshops that we offer that are within our wheelhouse, having to do with academic skills, things like time management, stress management, using the technology in this department. Tiffany does a wonderful
Blackboard.
Using Blackboard. Tiffany does a test-taking tips workshop, which is fabulous. And then we also, in the interest of collaboration, as I've mentioned, we're really trying to bring all the academic support together. So also on our Success Center MyHub site, we're also helping to promote Writing Center workshops, advising workshops, anything that goes on in this building or in any of the buildings. We've opened up to the department so that students can find it all in one place. One of our efforts is to make sure that students don't have to hunt for services. There's so much going on at this college that it's easy to get lost. It's easy for us not to know everything that's available for students, honestly. And so we're trying to centralize as much as we can and be a kind of clearinghouse for information about any kind of academic support.
Should mention students can check out media too, right?
Absolutely.
Right. And the tutoring, do you provide that on a walk-in basis, or do you have to schedule it, or how does that work?
It's just on a drop-in basis. I know, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Most students are like, what do I have to sign up at? What do I have to do? Just come in during the times and the days that the tutor's available.
And then eventually, if that student decides they're going to need it on an ongoing basis, or after a discussion, you agree to provide that, is one particular tutor assigned, or how does that work?
They can just continue to see that same tutor.
They can go to any campus. We have over there, we've got some tutoring schedules. They're also online on MyHub, which is the college's social media hub. So a student, for example, who wants chemistry tutoring can look at the online schedules. They can look at the bulletin boards in any of our centers. They can look at the MyHub. And any chemistry tutor that's available who tutors in that course, they can walk in anytime. They don't need any appointment. If they have an ongoing relationship, great. If not, the tutor will pick up and just start.
This is jaw-dropping, this second floor here and what you're doing. I mean, how unique is this whole package, do you think? I mean,
I've never heard of it anywhere else.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I worked at 2 universities in similar capacities, and I've never had the opportunity to work in a place where we really got to help decide what was needed and fill those needs. It's tremendously exciting and rare. It's really once in a lifetime.
Only just begun, too. All this beginning in the fall of 2017. Thanks much for the tour and letting us know what's going on here.
Yeah, thank you.
At the Success Center. That wraps it up. A look at the new Success Center here at MCC's Fort Omaha campus. Thanks to Julie and Tiffany for our opportunity to take a look around. I'm Kent Pavelka. Thanks to you for watching Metro and More. If you have comments or questions about the program, please email us at metrovision@mccneb.edu. Thanks for watching.
This has been a MetroVision production produced by Metropolitan Community College.